Hi everyone, it's Deepa here from New Zealand. Sorry I haven't been producing videos for about a week or two, just in relation to the work being done in the attic at the moment where the model railway is located. However, just in the meantime I noted that there's a film coming out shortly called The Railway Children Return, and I remembered then that I had stored away two Railway Children sets, which are from I think about 1971. You'll notice that the this one here on the left is actually noted as a Trying Hornby Model Railways set, and this one is a Hornby Railways scale models set. Other than that, the box art and so on all look very similar, but I just thought you may like to have a look at these. I think according to Pat Hammond's Trying Hornby, the Rovex years book, these were made in around about 1971, released in about 1971, probably perhaps made in 1970, and only about 3,350 sets were in fact produced. So they're fairly rare, and I managed to get both a Trying Hornby one and a Hornby one, as you can see here. So I thought you might like to have a look at and see what's in the boxes. So having a look in the boxes, you can see that the contents are pretty similar. I think the set on the left has got a slight difference to it insofar as the loco has the standard non-plated wheels on it, and on the Hornby loco it has the plated driving wheels. Now I'm not 100% sure, because I haven't seen very many of these, as to whether these actually came out with plated wheels in the Hornby iteration, but it does make some sense, because I think in 1972, certainly I recall in the catalogue of that year that there was the Hornby version of the LMS Ginty as 452 with plated wheels, so it would make some sense if Hornby were releasing this locomotive for it to have plated wheels, but you never know if someone has perhaps changed the chassis over at some stage. So there's a slight difference there. This set still has the smoke oil container as well, which has been unopened, so I've left that as it is. And track, and it has actually got, there are two short straights there as well. This set is missing those, and considering I've got quite a bit of Trying and Hornby track, I really should replace the missing ones with a couple of real ones. Stations both are there. Coaches are very similar. So that's what the sets look like, and I think it's a very, very attractive looking set. Certainly for the time, I think as a child in the living in London in the 1960s and 70s, I remember the film, and I also remember the set. And when we moved to New Zealand, of course, these were very rare, because I don't think any were actually exported. Pat's book mentions that 9 sets were sent out to export, presumably not to New Zealand. So any that have arrived here are in fact from people having bought them from overseas, I presume. I certainly purchased these both out of the UK. So that's what the sets look like, and what I thought I would do is head upstairs with these, put them on the layout, and you can see how they run. So here we are in the attic now, everyone, with the two locos and their respective trains. I just gave them a quick service with a bit of oil and cleaned the wheels using my trusty Trying Hornby wheel cleaning brush. Some of you may be familiar with that piece of equipment, which has some power connected to it, and the cleaning areas are in fact metallic, so they conduct electricity and spin the wheels as they clean them. So very handy. The two locos have been given a quick run just to make sure that they're now running fine, and they are. So I just thought I'd give them a run around the layout at this point. So I'll start with the Hornby one on the first track. That wasn't running very well when I tried it initially, just straight out of the box, but now that it's been serviced and has its wheels cleaned, that's running really well. I'll run the second one is running. This loco here is on Super 4 track, so it's actually able to use its magnetesian magnets, and I think these locos quite like the earlier track. They just seem to hold on to the rails, of course, a little bit better, and so on. So let's just see what happens next. Here comes the first loco. This is the Hornby one with the chrome plated wheels. And then around here is the trying Hornby one with the non-plated wheels. They're both obviously running well. Probably enjoying the run after all these years in storage, so it was nice to get some trains out in that regard. We'll pick up the other loco as it's coming round, which is just here. It is. I have packed up every other loco in actual fact, I think, so these are the only ones currently running. And as you can see, I've removed all the locos and wagons and coaches and things that were sitting on the layout, so there's going to be a bit of work here in the near future. So I will have to keep you posted on that, as there may be some delays obviously getting out videos to you. Stop that one and stop this one at the same time, and I think that's a fairly nice run and a good illustration of how old Trying and Hornby locos do run really well with a little bit of servicing and care. In fact, both of these locos, the bodies, I just had a look underneath them, both are still stamped just with Trying, not even Trying Hornby, just Trying. So obviously they just used the original Trying molds with a different colouring, and that indicates that in all likelihood these are in fact just very, very similar indeed to the very early designs, perhaps from the mid-60s onwards. I would imagine these locos were very similar. I noted that the actual loco in the original film, and I think again in the subsequent film to be, in fact 5700 class Great Western Railway pannier tank loco based, and these of course are LMS based Ginty locos, so I think Hornby may have just perhaps been saving on tooling or development in some way at that time. I think the Hornby pannier tank in fact came out perhaps in 1972 if my memory serves me correctly, so it could be that there wasn't a pannier tank loco available to model the Great North and South Railway locomotive as you see here. So anyway, there it is, a successful run of a couple of very nice little sets, and hopefully that's a little bit of a nice reminder of your childhood for those of you who are sort of children of the 60s and 70s. And I look forward to making some further videos for you. Not 100% sure how that's going to go at the moment with the work being done up here in the attic, but I will keep you posted. Thanks again everybody, and thanks very much for subscribing and for liking the videos, which is much appreciated. So I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye bye for now.